That takes us to the various miscellaneous, because we have to end on VKM, so we have to end on tag division. EY and Bobby Roode.
The most controversial match finish maybe ever.
I think if you go to patreon.com/gettingme or tnachat.com and listen to the watch along for this episode, I don't think you have ever been quite as animated at anything we've ever covered than you were at the bikini contest between Eric Young and Traci Brooks.
Well, I respect the sport. And if you're going to compete in a sport-based product, I expect some sort of upholding of the rules.
It's important.
A general attempt to be made. And I was frankly a little disappointed by all efforts.
You really think of Vince Russo as a details man. And for him to miss these important details in his story, especially when, frankly, an important part of the match was whether or not the outfits were set to the rules. So
that's what I'm saying. It was one thing if it was just, the whims of a madman watching to complain about the logistics of the outfits. But when it's brought into question during the contest itself, and yet I find no self-analysis, no self-awareness, that's when I take a problem. That's when I take umbrage.
Yep. Well, we shall get into it. On the November 23rd Impact, Thanksgiving night in the United States, also, technically it's Friday here, but it was yesterday Thanksgiving as we record this. Eric Young is in the crowd, rocking, for the first time in TNA history, a turkey suit.
A staple of the company.
Yes, we would go on to have 11 other turkeys in TNA history.
Name them all. Go, right now.
Eric Young, AJ Styles, Alex Shelley, Rob Terry, even though Robbie E lost the match, Jesse Goddard, Dewey Barnes and Norv Furnham, Grado, Chris Adonis, Glenn Gilberti, Jay Vidal, Brian Myers, and as of last night, Ryan Nemeth.
Perfect.
It helps that I cut together an every turkey in TNA history video this week. It makes it a little bit easier. It probably would have been a little harder for me if I hadn't, but I had looked at every single one of them this week.
I was also doing it for the audience.
Yes.
Rank them now, best to worst.
Well, Eric Young, interestingly, only meant to wear the turkey suit without being mandated to wear the turkey suit.
So that's automatic number one. He's doing it for the love of the game.
He simply introduces the turkey suit out of love and joy.
And quite frankly, it's disgusting to see how it's been bastardized.
And turned into a punishment?
Yeah. The turkey suit was spurned out of love.
Yeah. The AJ one's great because AJ struggles for a long time getting that Dobie turkey costume on himself.
And they just don't edit it?
No, they leave it there, and then Kurt Angle comes out in his pilgrim costume being like, what the fuck? And it's a very surreal setting. Most of them, then, they all follow like a nice pattern. There's the occasional somebody tries to get out of it and then is forced to wear the turkey suit. There is the occasional Glenn Gilberti doesn't want to wear the turkey suit until Scarlett Bordeaux thinks he pretends he looks attractive in the turkey suit, in which he gets into wearing the turkey suit. But for the most part, you have the standard lose the match where they're... Actually, no, I think my third favorite might be Dewey and Norv, because they wear the turkey suit as punishment. But I think closest to the spirit of Eric Young, as nerds, they get super into the turkey suit and start gobbling and make the bromans very mad.
Yes.
And then the end of that show ends with them doing stereo crossbodies or stereo splashes as turkeys. So those are the important turkeys in TNA history.
And us for bloody watching it, am I right?
But yeah, he's in the crowd as Mike Tenay's running down the card. He appears behind Mike and Don at one point, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving in his turkey suit. Later in the show, Robert Roode is in the ring. He's talking about Eric Young is in a turkey suit, and that's an embarrassment to the sport. The crowd does not like this. They tell Roode he sucks, which does get to Roode, we learn. Roode wants a rematch with EY. EY beat Roode on the Genesis pre-show, which we didn't watch. Then he demands EY get in the ring. So we have the singles match that is Eric Young versus Robert Roode.
But who gives a fuck about this match? It's not why we're here.
Yes, Roode jumps EY before the bell beats on him. EY jackknife pin on Roode. I took no notes between that. The match started and the match ended. Whatever happened, who knows? EY scatters. Roode is furious. He berates Miss Brooks because, of course, this is somehow her fault.
Well, he can't take the blame himself.
He says Brooks walks around flaunting her body, but she didn't get hired for her body. She got hired for her mind. He's real mad that the people love EY and hate Roode. Says if EY ran for president, he'd probably win. He'd probably even beat you, Traci Brooks, in a bikini contest.
There's a lot of commentary on election.
Yes. Which I guess we're in the midterms. Yeah, this would be a midterm year because 2008 is an election year, isn't it? So we're in the midterm elections. Presumably Bush losing quite badly.
Yeah, a lot of one side of the political spectrum is being very vocal on these shows.
We shall get to that in a moment. Who knew how political... I'm trying to find the funniest person who could be political. Letitia Klein could get. But yes, Rude is like, oh, he's so popular, he could probably even beat you, Miss Brooks, with your attractive appearance in a bikini contest. The next week, Eric Young is in the crowd. Miss Brooks is looking for Eric in the crowd. And somebody informs Eric that Miss Brooks is looking for him. And then she challenges him to a bikini contest. She took the quip seriously.
Yeah.
To be fair, that would get to me too. I would also be like, no, I could beat him in a bikini contest. Come on.
Fair enough.
EY is worried and he will begin his weight loss voyage. He has 2 weeks.
He doesn't even have 2.
About a week and a half. Yeah, he has about a week and a half. The following week, we see EY in a sweatsuit. He's getting ready for his bikini contest. He's trying to hit the average weight of a woman. He's trying to get inside the woman's head, feel like a woman, become a woman. Eric Young says trans rights.
Eric Young egg.
He is a trans icon. He then wrestles Senshi.
Senshi doesn't give a fuck about EY's journey of self-discovery and just murders him.
He does murder him. He doesn't get an entrance. Most of the match is taken with Mike and Don talking about the pay-per-view. Traci appears at the end of the match. She exposes her breasts to Eric Young, which distracts him, shocks him, stuns him. Senshi hits a shotgun dropkick on a Warrior's way as Traci and Rude watch on from the ramp. And then that does take us to the pay-per-view. Before the bikini contest, JB has Eric Young. The bikini contest is up next. JB has heard Traci is even willing to get naked to win.
Also, a staunch DQ.
It should be. It's not a naked contest.
It is a bikini contest.
If you actively remove the bikini, you should be disqualified.
Unless you keep the bottoms.
Interesting.
But then technically, I would have to be assured that everyone on the voting committee, in this case, the impact zone, I would have to be assured that they were voting based purely on the bottoms.
That's true. You can only look at
so
her
it's
from
not
the
about a
waist down.
DQ, but it would put the whole thing into question.
You would have to adjust the judging rubric.
Yes, I'd have to clarify.
Eric Young is worried about this development, but JB points out that EY has something that she doesn't. Cojones. EY is man, hear him roar, as he pulls his robe open. This disgusts JB, as he suggests EY should put something on down there, which means he was probably naked himself, I think, is the implication, or wearing something far too skimpy.
He was on the first layer.
We then get the bikini contest.
Yes.
There's a red mat, a podium, some inflatable palm trees in the ring.
Straight out of Carlito's talk show gimmick.
Yes, that's where they got it. He probably wasn't doing that anymore at this point. This is late 06.
I think he was definitely doing that.
Was he still? I thought they gave up on him by then.
No, he was pushing till 07.
Ah, that's, you know what? They showed some perseverance there. Miss Brooks comes out in some business attire. She has a themed outfit before she reveals what is meant to be her bikini.
First of all, I appreciate a theme.
Yep.
A theme is integral to a performance like this.
Yep.
Some would say paramount. The problem is,
yeah,
when she reveals her quote-unquote bikini. I am shocked and appalled to say it is not a bikini. It is lingerie. You could not wear that material in the water. It simply would not work.
It would be very impractical at the very least.
And thus, I would have to disqualify one Mrs. Brooks.
She's simply not attired properly.
Nope.
I've seen the photo shoots they show us through the years. That woman does own a bikini.
I'd put money on it.
So it had to be a conscious choice not to. And you wonder why. Was she trying to sabotage Robert Roode? Is it an act of defiance?
It's an interesting theory.
Don apologizes for his horniness as Mike chastises him. EY comes out in a pink robe, still gets his pyro for this bikini contest. Don says the only way EY could win is if he got some incredible surgery, but it doesn't appear like he did. Mike then goes like, how do you know? And Don is like, well, he's wearing a robe, but I can see dimensions.
Mathematics, the schematics.
JB introduces this. He calls it a showcase of skin, an exhibition of exhibitionism. The crowd will decide the winner. Miss Brooks won the coin toss backstage, and she will go first. To which TNA derisively says, she gets to go first. Won the coin flip. As like sarcastically and dismissively as he can. It is very good. Traci is wearing, as you said, closer to red lingerie with a tie. Mike keeps asking Dawn for his analysis, but then every time Dawn starts getting horny, Mike starts shaming him, which is a dynamic I do appreciate. It's like, Dawn, what do you think of this? And Dawn is like, yeah, well, you know, I'm a red, but how dare you, Dawn? Come on.
That's why I'm a true analysis. I'm providing actual insight.
That's true. EY is next. He has a bikini t-shirt.
And, you know, I have to simply say,
Yep.
it is swimwear.
You could wear that while swimming.
It is something you would see at the beach. Technically, it would count. It wouldn't be a high score.
Yeah.
But any score is beating a DQ.
Well, Rude does not agree with your assessment. Rude says that's not proper bikini attire.
Well, and that's where I have my problem, all right?
Yes.
If you were just taking a stance, all right?
Yep.
If you were just like, oh, he's dressed a fool. He's dressed a darned fool.
He is bringing this contest into disrepute.
Yes, I oppose vehemently the idea of claiming the validity of his outfit does not count, because I say to you, Sir Robert Roode, Mrs. Brooks' outfit is less of a bikini than Eric Young's in this instance.
Damn. It's like we're in a court of law. He demands Slick Johnson disqualify him, to which TNA quips, well, the title changes hands on a disqualification, doesn't it? Which popped me tremendously. EY says he's not done and pulls off his shirt to reveal SpongeBob underwear.
And this is where we have another problem. EY has fucked himself now.
Yeah.
Because he is also not wearing a bikini.
He's just down to underwear.
Underwear is not appropriate swim attire.
There is swimwear attire that can be appropriate underwear, but underwear
Yes.
cannot be appropriate swimwear attire.
Exactly. So now we're in complete disrepair, as both competitors should be DQ'd.
It is ruled not to be a bikini. Brooks was about to win again when EY demands one more try. He reveals SpongeBob swimming attire.
That one does in fact count.
Yeah.
EY does in fact win. But on a technicality. And I would argue, if my client, Mrs. Brooks,
Yeah.
should have been given the opportunity to wear a second outfit.
And a third?
Eric Young was given multiple chances to finally present himself in appropriate attire, and Mrs. Brooks should have been given the same.
Objection. Eric Young was wearing swimwear attire the first time.
To which he willingly removed.
Oh, damn.
I rest my case.
So they go to the crowd vote. Brooks gets some cheers. Mike TNA says, more boos than cheers, isn't it? Don responds, maybe they're saying something else. That might rhyme with booze. And again, very silly. I enjoy it. The commentary does lean into overly leery pervy at times with Miss Brooks. But I enjoyed Mike's and Don's dynamic here. Because they kind of buried it the whole time, which is the way you should go.
Yeah, of course.
EY gets a big pop and wins, so Rude jumps him. EY does a little dance and bails. Rude is furious and demands that Traci get Eric Young to sign the contract and join Robert Roode Incorporated by any means, because if EY works for him, then the crowd will have no choice but to love him. But if Brooks can't get that done, maybe she'll be fired.
And now we are at the core of the issue.
Yes.
That Robert Roode sees his former tag team partner being loved by the crowd and simply wishes that for himself. And is that not an admirable feat?
Well, the problem is that Eric Young is himself, and the crowd respond to his inherent authenticity.
Perhaps Robert Roode is also authentic, but he's just authentic about money, investments, and stock.
Yes, and maybe X the Everything app.
An X the Everything app.
He wants to go to Mars, I heard.
Sure.
So yes, he is insecure about his former tag team partner. And maybe there's a deeper layer to this, Liam.
Maybe he's insecure about his own body.
Maybe he just misses his former tag team partner.
Maybe that's why he wants him in the corporation.
Yeah, he's not jealous of him. He's not insecure about him. He's just not with his pal anymore. And he just kind of misses it.
And that's understandable.
That is the continuing
Let's never
adventures.
talk about this again.